At this point, you should begin working through drive packets 5, 6, and 7 and be about 4 months into your driving instruction. Only proceed if you feel that your student is ready for the high speeds of an expressway.
Lesson 4 of the main program provides in-depth instructions on driving on an expressway. However, I have some additional tips that may be useful when working with your student. Expressway driving can be intimidating to a new driver, so you must do all that you can to ease them into the experience. Try to make sure that the first expressway entrance ramp your student enters has a long acceleration lane. This gives your student more time to reach the appropriate speed and to find a gap in traffic. If they're noticeably nervous, talk them through the merge. Give them clear, concise directions and help them find a gap. Repeat this at every entrance until they're comfortable merging without help. Some students would even respond better if their parent actually performs the first few merges and vocally describes what they're doing as they merge. Avoid entrances with weave lanes at the very beginning, but work them in as your student gains confidence. Make sure your student knows that exiting traffic has the right of way at weave lanes. Your first expressway lesson should last at least 5 miles, gradually getting longer every week or so. Once your student adjusts to the speed of the expressway, begin working on lane changes as well as speed and position changes. Remind your teen that very small steering adjustments are needed when traveling at high speeds.
You should also continue to increase distractions, such as allowing music to be played a little louder or beginning small, casual conversations. Face it, your teen will have other passengers talking to them while they drive. It's better to get them used to it now. However, your teen should drive distraction-free on the expressways until they feel comfortable.
As always, it's a good idea to have your student vocally respond to their surroundings. Encourage them to speak out loud when signaling and changing lanes. Also, have them announce their speed every so often. This will help create an awareness as to how fast they are going.
If you haven't already, now's a good time to encourage map use and route planning. Use the suggested list of tasks in your drive packets to determine a route for your student to take during the in-car lesson. Make sure your student is helping you determine this route and actively using a map. Remember to take the route with you during your in-car lesson. Even with GPS map technologies, an old-fashioned atlas is still a must for every car, especially for long road trips and vacations.
Once you and your student have created a route, you should work on their navigational skills. For the trip to their destination, tell them to write the directions using the terms left and right. For the return trip, have them write directions using the terms north, south, east, and west. Once they begin driving the route, you would shout out directions. On the way there, you would use left and right to describe turns. On the way back, you would use the terms north, east, south, and west. This allows them to practice using a map and build their navigational skills, both which will come in handy if they ever get lost.
As you progress through expressway driving and drive packets 5 and 6, you will eventually come to drive packet number 7, which is a total review of everything you've done over the course of the instruction. You should spend at least a month reviewing everything from starting the car to expressway driving. If you haven't already, start incorporating driving in hazardous conditions, such as rain, snow, or fog. It'd be a major mistake for you to wait until your student already has their license and is driving on their own before introducing them to hazardous conditions. This review will serve as the perfect preparation for the eventual final evaluation. Make sure that your student works on the tasks and skills that they have not yet mastered.
Now, before we let you go on your way, I'd like to stress the importance of parking in well-lit, high-traffic areas at night. This is especially valuable for those of you with daughters. A lot of dangerous things can happen in dark, isolated places. Inform them that they should have their keys in their hands and ready to unlock the door by the time they get to their car. Also, have your student get into the habit of searching the area surrounding the car before entering and exiting. To be safe, have them always check the back seat before hopping in the car.
We hope these tips help you through the next few lessons. Remember, practice each lesson numerous times. Once or twice is not enough. Take time getting it right now, because your student's final examination is quickly approaching.